Hey, good morning. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do the conquering tip of the day before I get on the road. And for the people that don't know me, I'm Conquering Jackie, and I want to start coming um, every morning or every other morning with a conquering tip of the day to get you through your day. And I'm doing these because I need something to look back on myself. Sometimes when I have the days that I'm not in a conquering mood. So I need to make sure that I can look back on things like these videos or like some concrete tips of the day for myself. So the conquering tip for today is when you're in your darkness, is it creating your talents and your gifts? In your darkness, you can find your talents and your gifts. When you're just really going through life and you're on your daily things that you normally do, you get up, you go get dressed, you go to work, you come home. If you got children, you got to take care of the kids, and then you go to bed. Those are the daily things that you do on a daily basis. But some of us have dealt with dark days, days where we didn't want to get up out of the bed. It's like living a nightmare is what I was talking about one time in another video. But your darkness, if you really, really pay attention to it, it can create or bring to life gifts and talents that you didn't even know that you had. Because sometimes the darkness that we go through, when we make it out, you don't even realize how strong you are. You don't even realize that you've given up a lot of power until you have gone through the darkness and made it out on the other side. That's when you create, or that's when you realize the other side of you, that fight side of you. And that fight side of you is where your gifts and your talents lie. And the reason that it lies in the fight side of you is because you don't use her a lot. You don't use the fight side of you a lot. The fight side of you is that side of you that gets you up out of situations that you've been in for a long time. You know that it's past the season to get out of that. Like on a job where you know you need more pay, you need more income, but you're still staying on that job because you don't feel like fighting. You don't feel like doing anything else. So your gifts and your talents, they lie dormant. You don't know that they're there. They're in the darkness. They're waiting for you to help them birth out. It's like you're pregnant and you've been pregnant with this baby for years and you refuse to birth her or him because you want to remain in this darkness. This darkness is creating a complacent way of living for you. You're comfortable there. But when you go through your darkness, you have to realize that there's a greater power waiting for you to come out. And if you don't come out of your darkness, you never learn the lesson. You never take back your power. Because in your darkness is when you will find that power. Because that if you don't have darkness, if you're not going through anything, then you don't know the other side of you, the fighter in you, she'll never come out because you never going through anything. But if you're going through something and you're in your darkness, she will fight to come out. She will fight to help you conquer it and overcome it. And once you do, that's a gift and a talent that you need to make sure you don't ignore. Your gifts and your talents are hidden in your darkness. It's when you was in your dark. Think about a time that you was in your dark place and you didn't think that you was going to make it out. It could have been that you was in debt. It could have been that you couldn't find a job or that you lost your job. Like for me, I went through a divorce. And the dark place for me was I had to figure out how I was going to make sure I'm a single parent and able to take care of these kids at the same time keep my job. But I fought through that darkness. And in my darkness, I saw a lot of light. Because there were things that came to pass that I didn't even know was there. And what I mean by that, I needed a way to make sure I can get my kids to school and still go to work because I work so far. And the whole time I was taking my son to a daycare, never even thought about a transportation service. It never, the whole time I was taking my kid to the daycare, I never seen it. Because guess what? It was never a need. You understand? I didn't need it. I wasn't in no darkness. But when I got in my darkness, it appeared. You know why it appeared? Because I realized that my thoughts was constantly on getting someone to transport my kids so that I can go to work. And because my thoughts was constantly on that, it appeared. This is what I mean by in your darkness, you find your gifts and your talents. I would have never seen that van transportation service if I wasn't going through any darkness. I hope you guys really get my message. I'm going to end it now because I didn't want to go over 5 minutes. Again, it's Concrete Jackie. Share this message. Don't just look at it and like it. Share it, please. It can help and heal somebody. That's why I'm doing the concrete tip of the day. Again, always say Conquering CEO. I have t-shirts. This would be on a t-shirt. Trust me. Trust and believe. Okay, like the video, share the video, and more to come. Have a good day.